and welcome back to Batman Arkham Asylum on Steam. I'm One Wild Sheep yet again.
Good luck. I've got a crew working over the doctor as I speak. They'll squeeze the formula out of us soon enough. Not to mention the army of clowns ripping this place apart. One way or another, the formula will be mine. Right. Go on, roll over and die for once. Be your best friend.
I love the Joker's dialogue during the course of this game. So anyways, in this part, ladies and gentlemen, today we will be doing a bit more progression throughout the course of the asylum, and we'll even be heading into the second of the Scarecrow challenges that are in the course of the game. Now if you go inside that room, if you look on the walls, there's a lot of scribbling. If you scan that will be another Riddler trophy for you guys all to collect. So I do recommend you to go out of your way to do just that. Anyway, moving on throughout all this area, I don't know, I find this area of the game to be awfully creepy. I think it's just because of all the cobwebs and whatnot that are around, and I've had a couple of issues where I found myself getting lost around this point in the game. Even though it's very straightforward where to go, because we're basically going straight forward, literally, but for some reason, I don't know, I always find myself getting confused, getting lost. I had no idea where I was going during this course, during this part of the game. So, yeah, just be a bit careful when going through here, but ladies and gentlemen, to deal with these mooks right by here. And if you notice, there's actually glass on the top of the, well, right behind Batman right now. You'll be able to see in a sec, hopefully. But right behind this mook that I'm punching, there's some glass. If you can actually combat roll through the glass and shatter it. It's, it's a small detail, but it's a detail that I love, nonetheless.
Joker's thugs were trying to get into that office.
It looks like they couldn't get through the main door. Got to find a different way in.
Don't worry, I'll find another way in. I'm Batman after all. But first things first, we need to look at this dead body because this Ra's al Ghul's a dead corpse, and you know how big Ra's al Ghul is in the Batman universe. Well, if you don't, well, he's a pretty big deal. What, being immortal and coming back every so often. We won't really be seeing much of him in this game, but he will be back in the second game onwards, ladies and gentlemen. So, hey, if you're interested in the Arkham series, there's some more enticement to get the second game. If you've, well, if you know much about Batman anyway.
Someone has already got to the safe. The only question now is, who opened it? No sign of forced entry. Whoever opened it knew the combination. Let's see.
Good. Dr. Young got to her notes before Joker. She's taken them to hide somewhere. I need to follow her and find out where she put them.
Now, fortunately, you might be wondering, how do we follow her? Well, thank you. We have a Deus Ex Machina sort of shindig, so we can just basically scan the wall, scan her fingerprints, and now we can just follow her fingerprints all the way down to where Dr. Young is actually located, which is very helpful.
If I follow these, I will find her or the notes.
I hope it works. Just so you know, the GCPD found one of Joker's bombs downtown. It was full of marzipan and kittens.
As I thought. It's just a twisted diversion. The real action's on Arkham.
Oh, no. Hey, it's black masks. Well, masks. But anyway, if you look on all the cabinets and whatnot during the, inside this room, you'll notice that everything Dr. Young would have reasonably touched is actually got fingerprints all over it. I don't know, I think that's kind of neat. But I do find it really weird that she just happens to touch almost every wall on the way back to wherever she's going, so I don't know, I just find that really weird. That's just me though, that's just me. And of course we've got more of these stun guys we have to deal with. I don't really like the stun mooks. I think I've stated this already during the course of the playthrough, but the stun mooks are really annoying to take care of. Just because they're such a flow breaker, you could be in a massive combo and suddenly they'll block an attack and then, oh, great. Now my combo's ruined thanks to that guy. I don't know, they've always bugged me. They're not the best enemy type in the world. But fortunately, because those mooks opened up this doorway by here, we can now continue onwards throughout the rest of the area. What can I say? What can I say? I love these presents, because they are basically presents filled with free experience points. I don't know. Joker's very, he's very heart-filled, you know. He just knows what I love to get. Free experience points? I'll be taking that. Yes. But yeah, for this point of the game, all we need really do is look on the walls, look for Dr. Young's fingerprints, and move from point A to point B in order to capture her. But as you can tell, the main hall by here is recaptured by another load of mooks. So it's time to give them the old runaround, shall we? What do you say? What do you say? I have no idea why I keep scanning that statue. It's really pointless. I don't know, I just love this room just because throughout the course of the entire game... Oh god, that looks painful. It just gets filled up with mooks and then all the mooks die constantly. This room just gets filled up with a lot of bodies. And I don't know why. I think it's because we have to crawl through this room like 3 to 4 times during the course of the campaign in particular. So maybe that's why the bodies just sort of stay there from previously that I've noticed. But anyway, there is Jim Gordon just scanning that for yet another Riddler trophy done and dusted. Oh my, delicious. Also, if you look at the stacks of paper on the sides of the room, I love those pieces of paper because if you walk into them, they'll all fall over and what have you. And thanks to NVIDIA physics, I don't know, it looks neat when they fall over, you know, it has them realistic physics properties, yo. That I love in my games. They ruin the frame rate, but I love them in my games. They look so good. But I digress. Anyway, this is a deceptively easy Riddler trophy to pick up. So not deceptively easy to miss, I should say. So be sure to go up here. It's very easy just to run straight past this because it's just sort of tucked away in the middle of the corner of the room. I've had issues before where I just haven't been able to see properly. Anyway, glide kick this guy because he has a gun. Guns hurt. Guns really hurt. To quote Donatello from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie by Michael Bay, "Oh my gosh, they have guns!" You know, people hated that movie. I really enjoyed it, to be honest. I don't understand where the hate of that one comes from. But I digress. Anyway, move on up here, and you'll be able to do another bit of another Riddler challenge. So just move the question mark into place and scan it. I do not like these puzzles because they take so long, and you need to be basically to be able to even see the puzzle. You need to constantly be in detective mode, which if you're playing the game right anyway, you will be. But I just don't like that. I don't like it when games have this overlay over the top of the game screen. I want to see the game picture for what it is. I don't want to see no fuzzy detective mode with your X-ray bodies. I want to see Batman being Batman. I understand why it's there. It's a bit of a necessary evil in my honest opinion. But I digress. Yeah, I'm not fighting these guys. Now, one thing I kind of like by here is Joker will make a retort depending on how you approach this room. So because I skipped all those enemies and just went straight to where I'm meant to go, he just turns around, reading the last page first? Shame on you, bats! I don't know, I think that's a neat little thing. Like, you can get extra lines of dialogue and whatnot if you played the game before and you know what to skip and what not to skip. I don't know, I just like it. It adds an extra bit of replayability in my opinion. But anyway, now it's time to break. You see the chandelier in the middle of the room? Well, first, Riddler trophy. Obviously, we need to get our priorities straight here. We need to get the Riddler trophy first. But basically, we need to cut down the chandelier in the middle, and we should be able to progress then. But yeah, basically, there's a couple of guys well, right by there. And that box will apparently explode if we don't get to them in time. So, let's just get them real quickly. Get Dr. Young's notes, and get out of here.
Thank you, Batman. Are they all gone?
Yes, you're safe. What happened?
It all happened so fast. Some patients broke in, began tearing up the place, like they were looking for something. Bill here fought back, but there were too many. They took Dr. Young. She rushed in here and they followed.
I'm sorry. When I came to, we were all tied up. Doc Young was gone. I heard a voice on one of the radios. It sounded like they were being told to meet in the warden's office.
So, Dr. Young was trying to hide her research notes on the formula when she was caught. Where did you hide them?
Right by here. Well, that was easy. She didn't do a good job of hiding these things, did she?
I found Dr. Young's formula.
Great. So does that mean you've stopped Joker?
It's never this simple with him.
What's that you got there, Bats? No, not the formula. What am I going to do? Who can help me now? What's that? How about our old friend Sam? It's impossible with that guns. And no doubt he was acting out some twisted fantasy. Maybe he could get her talking? I think he probably can. Great plan, Bats!
I just love Mark Hamill's performance in this. Mark Hamill is an amazing Joker. What am I going to do? I love the line delivery on that. Oh, he's such a good voice actor. I don't know. I'm surprised I don't see Mark Hamill in more things. Because everything I've seen Mark Hamill in, he's done a good job with. But if you notice, there was a little bit of a gas in that occasion, in that little bit by the door. So what can we expect to see now? Well, it's time for another Scarecrow sequence, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it wouldn't be a Batman game without referencing the past. So this start by raining indoors. Huh? I don't know, I actually really do love this scene. Like, it blew me away when I first played through the game. Now, depending on how good your speed to your PC is, though, you can actually reach the end of this room before before it loads up to the next sequence. So it's kind of dodgy in that regard, but for the most part, this is pretty seamless, you know, folks, and I just like it. You know, I just really like it. Now, for now, let's play football with the trash can. Oh, no, maybe not. I love playing football with a trash can, seeing how far I can go. But if this looks a little bit familiar to a lot of people, it probably wouldn't, because, well, this looks different every instance of Batman there is. But this is Crime Alley, with a lot of stacks of paper around. But this is Crime Alley. You know, the place where Batman's parents died.
Please, there's no need for this.
Stay where you are. I'll shoot.
I'll give you whatever you want.
Tom! Oh God, Tom!
Be quiet, lady. Just shut up. Give
Stay
me
away from me! Run! Mommy!
Like I said, it wouldn't be a Batman game without referencing the fact that Batman's parents are dead.
Take a seat in my office.
Is he okay?
He'll be fine. Kid like that with all that money, he'll be just fine.
Shut up, now. He's 8 years old and all alone. Money won't fix that.
Whatever you say, Gordon. His butler's on his way to pick him up. You hear that? He's got a butler.
I'm sorry about that. I just need to ask you some questions. Can I get you anything? You okay? I know you don't feel like answering me, but it's the only way to catch who did this.
Why did you do it, officer? Why?
I don't know. It's this city. There's something wrong with it. And listen, son. Call me Jim.
Oh boy, here we go. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people, and when we return next time, we'll take on the second Scarecrow sequence of the game. I've been One Wild Sheep. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Bye!